Hi guys. So yes, if you're staring, it's okay. Not at me, at the plant. Look at it. It's a beautiful hanging suspended moss ball. What is its real name? Its real name is called a Kokedama. Kokedama is an ancient Japanese word which basically means moss ball. Moss covering a plant. It's been around since the 1600s, 17th century. Can you believe it? It was known as the poor man's bonsai. But wow, are they in vogue. You can buy them, but you know what's even better? You can make one yourself. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make these beauties that you can be hanging all over your home. So let's take a look. Really, number one, this is what we're going to need. So let's go through the bits and pieces so you don't get so overwhelmed. Number one, we're going to need some palm peat. Okay, you know the drill with that. Pop it into a container, 5 liters of lukewarm water, and just wait for it to break up and create this beautiful stuff. You see, there it is there. Okay, we're going to need a little bit of potting soil. Not a lot, guys, because we're only needing to create a little ball. We need a bit of sphagnum moss. Now, the sphagnum moss is beaut, guys. This is what gives it that lovely organic feel that we've got going on there. All right, and then we've got some coir. So this is palm coir or coconut coir, and this is the stuff that you use in hanging baskets that the birds steal. Absolutely correct. But we're going to need a bit of that, and we need some rope. And of course, the plant that we're going to be using. So we've got a bird's nest fern here. Beautiful. This is the one with the curlyish leaves. You can see it. It's a much more compact variety, not as big a growing as the ordinary nardus, which is the one back there. Its botanical name is Asplenium, but don't worry about that. You don't need to know that. Just know that it's called a bird's nest fern. We've got another option here, which is a little peperomia. This guy's called Zorro. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at those. Look at that underside of the leaf there. I love these little guys. Very hard to kill, by the way. Right, first up, guys, is that we want to take some of our palm peat and I want to add that to my potting soil. Now, you'll see there really is very, very little in here. We just want to add the same amount, so 50% palm peat to 50% potting soil. Okay, so let's get that in. And, oh, it's beautiful stuff. Now, what I do at this point is I just add a wee bit of water. Guys, don't go like adding in liters because it's going to be too sloppy, and when it's too sloppy, it's going to fall off the root ball. Okay, so a bit of water, and then let's just mix it up. Okay, now we take said plant. Try and tease off a little bit of the soil, and you do that simply by just doing that, moving your fingers around and around and around. You see, as I'm doing that, so I'm exposing the roots. I'm simply just teasing it there and opening it up, because sometimes you have too much of a root ball. And now we can start getting to the real fun part. So get my first bit of my soil. We take a bit of it, okay? So you've kind of firmed it down there, and then plonk it on, okay? And firm it. Here we go. See how it's working? Right. Take that part and transfer it across, so it's now resting just in the palm. So the palm of your hand is acting just like a little cup for you. And then we do over here, and we pack it on. Remember, at the end of the day, we're looking for a ball, not a rugby ball, a soccer ball. Right, keeping it in my hand, I'm good to go. Now we take a piece of this. So this is our coir, right? You can see why it's important to keep it in these layers. And now all we're going to do is just add a bit to it. There we go. All right, starting from the neck, pulling it down. All right, we take another little piece, and I'm going to transfer that to the base. So I move my hand across, pop it on here. Looking good. So it's like you need 6 pairs of hands. You need to be like an octopus, okay? But we get it right. You get it right, and the first few times you're going to feel very nervous, but guys, you'll be fine, and you're not going to hurt the plant. I promise you that. If a bit falls off, don't stress. You just take it and pop it back on there. So I've transferred it across there. Now, to make life easier, don't try and do the bottom as well, because you're not going to get that right. We take some of the string, just leave a bit hanging. Okay, do you see? Excess bit. Please do that because you're going to see we're going to need that right at the end. And now all we do is we take it and watch what I'm going to do. I am just going to start going all the way around the plant. Okay, around the neck here. Okay, now that I've secured that, what I can do is just pop it on its side. I can make sure that I pack any soil that fell out the bottom. Take another little piece of this, pop it there. Okay, now you're with me. Okay, and then I can go underneath it. Here we go, underneath. Okay, swing it around the neck, and then we can go down again. Okay, and back up here. All right, now that is enough. You don't want to go round and round and round and round and round, because now we want to start adding our sphagnum, because our sphagnum moss gives it that final beautiful look. You could, of course, leave it like this. This is also fine, but for the final aesthetic look and to get it as a true Kokedama, we want to add the sphagnum moss. So we're going to pop some on. This gets a bit tricky, guys, but no, you'll be fine. Grab clumps of it. You can also wet this a bit just to make life a bit easier. It just depends on the quality of whatever the moss is that you've purchased. So, okay, peeps, I've got one section covered here. Here's my end of my string. Let's find which one of you. Right, here you go. And then we just do the same thing. We're going to take it and we're going to go around. Here we go. Now I just turn it over and we do exactly the same on this side. Right, so now we're going to go down to the bottom, which is the round part. Remember, we want it to remain round and not flat at the bottom. So this is the last section that we're going to be doing here, getting it on. Because then once you've done this, you do your final whirl of your string, making sure that you've got all the bits tied up together, and we're nearly away to go. Right, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to put this baby here because I forgot my all-important pair of scissors. Now we're going to cut off enough that I've got to tie. Now let me find my little piece. Oh, there you are. There's my little guy. Okay, so then we just come around. We're going to meet it. And then we are going to tie it. Okay, and then we just snip off this edge. Okay, snip that off. And lastly, what we're going to need, and we can get all of this out the way so that you can really see this beauty, is let's get the little bit of string and roll it there just to get your angle. That's going to hang it all up. Oh, no. Hello, what should we call you? Have to find a name for it. Corneels die Kokedama, daar sy. So a little bit of string. Let's get all this memory out of this because it seems to have a mind of its own. And there we go. Then we're going to take this little bit, tie one through here. So go through one of these little hooks that you've got here, one of them. Pop it in there. Okay, tie it up, nice little knot. 1, 2, there we go, 1, 2. Happiness is. We'll trim that off in a little second or so. And then let's do this baby over here. There we go, bits off. Pick it up gently, guys, because you don't want it to damage the leaves as you're picking it up. So make sure that you've got them through there. They're in the right spot. And oh, crack-a-doodle, aren't you beautiful? Look at this hanging ball of Kokedama. Ah, man, my moss ball. Beautiful, beautiful bird's nest ferns. And this is fantastic. When it comes to watering your Kokedama, simply add a liquid fertilizer to a tub of water and give the plant a good soaking. Take into account your specific plant's watering needs, always.